Hello my sweet friends, my name is Adele and welcome back to another video. Today's video is very special and I'm super excited because it is sponsored by Campfire. Campfire is a writing software, it is a writing tool, and I'm going to show you how to use it in this video to help create characters, locations, maps, arcs, all kinds of stuff. Campfire is a really cool resource for all sorts of writers, but especially writers who are visual and like seeing things laid out in simple ways, but still detailed while getting like good information without like being too overwhelming. With other writing softwares, I can get a little overwhelmed sometimes with just how many things there are to do and how many settings to change, and like it's super great having all of that. And with Campfire you can do a lot, but you can make it as simple or as detailed as you like. So thank you to Campfire for sponsoring this video, and I'm super excited to show y'all what I've been working on in Campfire and how you can use it with your own stories. Alright, so this is Campfire. It is the home screen of my account of my projects. So as you can see, I have started one project here. We've got Project Orion, and I'm so excited to show y'all. I haven't delved I haven't input all of the information that I have about Project Orion, but I do have a lot of information and I'm very excited to share that with y'all. So this is the project home screen. I've got this little picture up here because it is one of the pictures from my Pinterest board for Project Orion, like my aesthetic of the story, I suppose. And so these are little panels here, and I can't change these or remove these, but it shows you like your recent ones you've been working on, and I pinned these two here, and you can add notes here. There's all sorts of panels you can add, and it even has your stats. Like it's got statistics on here for like your time spent and like which like modules you've spent the most time in, and even like words written, elements created. So that's pretty cool that it tracks all this stuff. Also, I do apologize, my computer is being very, very slow right now. So you can see here along the side, there are a bunch of modules that you can have in your project. So I've actually hidden some because I didn't really need them for Project Orion. So you can click here and you can filter them. So this is actually like the whole list of all the modules they have. As you can see, there are a lot of them, and so I do have some of these hidden, like species, magic, because it is not relevant to Project Orion, so that's really neat. You can move them around, and something that's really cool about Campfire is they have the free version. You can use them for free, and they also have a paid version. And I like with the paid version, if you do decide you really like Campfire and you want to keep using it, everything is dependent on the modules, which are these on the side here. So you can actually pay per module. So if there's a module like I didn't need species or magic, if I knew I didn't need those and I don't want to pay for them, I don't have to. Like I can only pay for the modules that I want to pay for. There are so many writing softwares that have a free version, but then it's like based on time, like full 30 days instead of like maybe 30 days of actually using the program. So I just like that this is actually based on use and not some arbitrary number or time period. Alright, so we're gonna start here with characters. I have my girl Orion in here. Orion is the main character of Project Orion. Her name is Orion Beck, and I had so much fun creating this character profile for her. I don't normally use this in full screen, so that's why there's some space down here, because you can actually move all of these panels around. Like, you can move things anywhere you want. Again, sorry my computer is slow. You can make them bigger or smaller, however you would like to do that. And I just love how pretty everything is. It's very clean, it's very simple. And you can have pictures and stuff like that, and that's what I was saying, it's a very visual program, which I really enjoy. So I've got Orion's picture here, I've got her little aesthetic board, mood board here that I made so long ago, and I've actually been wanting to remake the aesthetic boards for all the characters, so let me know down below if that is something you'd be interested in seeing. Now, one of my favorite things about the character profile making on here are the attributes, and as you can see, we've got a pretty neat little scroll down list here. We've got our basic stuff like age, gender, pronouns, sexual orientation, and there's really all sorts of stuff, and I'm looking at this like, wow, that's a lot. But you can go down here to this plus sign and open up like the whole attributes menu. There are so many things to choose from, it's actually crazy. I was actually very blown away when I saw how many things you can have. Like, I have only picked a few of these to show. You could pick all of these if you want and they would show up. We've got things like just international reputation, local reputation, favorite foods, sex, primary language, religion, origin country. Like, there are so many things, and that's just in the basic information about the character. You can go over here to career, and it's like GPA, clubs, extracurriculars, student stereotype, hobbies and interests over here, and it's all sorts of ways to categorize your character in a way. And even if you don't use all of these, for me, what I found going through this is it really makes you think more, like, deeper about your character and include all these things that you may not have thought of. It's got all these traits, personality traits that you can choose to show. And again, you can do all of these if you want. I only have a few of them clicked at the moment, but it's so cool. And I'll go through the ones I did pick and kind of show you how those are filled out. But like, even physical traits and relationships, it's weird. I honestly was blown away by how many options there were with this. They even have attributes for games. So like, obviously I'm writing a novel, I'm using this to build a novel. If you like world building, this is perfect. If you play D&D, if you play any tabletop RPG, this is so cool for that. It's a really, really cool way to be very interactive with your world and your characters, and I think it is so cool. And it makes me want to, like, not only like write a D&D campaign, but like turn my story into a D&D campaign, if that makes sense. But there's so many options and it is so cool. So I'm gonna go back, I'll show you some of the ones that I have here. So I've got some basic things like I was saying. It even has astrological sign, fighting style, and you can click in these and they have tons of options already in here that you can fill out. So these are obviously, you know, we're under fighting style. These are actual styles of fighting. Maybe you don't know, maybe like me, and you don't really know a whole lot of different martial arts styles. You can go down here and there's adjectives. And like, so Orion, the way she fights, she's very offensive, she's very fierce, and there's so many adjectives for that, and I think it is so cool. And maybe you don't like any of those, you can type anything. You can put anything you want in here, and I just feel like it is so versatile while still being simple, like I said. Preferred weapon, motives, Myers-Briggs personality index, habits. Even here I thought this was so cool, like it separates it into positive and negative habits, and like it's things I wouldn't even think about, you know? And I consider myself a pretty good character maker, but going through some of these things really helped me think outside the box a little bit, and think in ways I wouldn't normally categorize characters. Oh, these are so cool. There's sliders. I'm a big fan of sliders, but we've got, again, there were a lot of different traits you could choose, so I don't have all of them, but there's things like confidence, and you can move the slider, and this was super cool. I know I sound like I'm like, everything's super cool, and I'm just like, blah, blah, blah. Look at this. You can like literally pick a hair, eye, and skin color. And there are others as well. You can pick like natural hair color, natural beard color, like facial hair. So I love that you can pick any color and really like visualize it in that way. And they have a whole section here for disabilities, and they've got like physical disabilities and emotional, psychological disabilities. Orion is an amputee, so I really liked that they had that on there, and I just think it's a really cool way to like represent all these different types. And again, if it's not on there, you can type whatever you'd like into them. You don't have to pick something from the drop-down menu. So obviously these are, you know, the panels that I have up here for Orion, but you can actually come down here to the plus and you can add panels, and there are so many different ones you can do. You can just add text, which is what I have here for the notes. You could add a list, stats, table. You could literally make a table, which y'all know I love spreadsheets, so I thought that was really great. You can add as many pictures as you want, and links and attributes. And I did actually want to explain this links thing really fast. So you can basically connect elements from like just across the whole project. So I've got Orion here, and I have this link currently for Nuvox, which is her hometown, that is her city of origin, and I can click this and it will take me to the Nuvox profile within the project. So now we're on the Nuvox page, and it is so cool that you are able to link those things. So for Nuvox and for the cities on here, I like having a lot of pictures because again, it is very visual, and I am very visual, and I enjoy that I can just have all these pictures here and I could see it just like at a glance. It's very quick, very easy. And again, attributes. Again, there are so many of them, but I have these 4 currently selected because I felt that they were the most important at the moment for Nuvox that I want to be able to see quickly. But they have stuff like basic information, location type, building material, date created, demographics. It's got the time zone, economy, GDP. Who thinks of that? Who thinks of that? GDP for your world building. It's just really cool, and I really appreciate all the thought that went into it, because it really does feel like you can have an expansive and interactive world without needing to do a bunch of like research or finding ways to write them out and list things. And again, you can always add more panels if there are more things that you want to have shown in the screen. I only had this much because I wanted most of it to be images, especially for cities and settings, locations, stuff like that. I'm really big on images and being able to visualize it, because I feel like for me that is the most important part when it comes to accurately writing a setting. I need to like have a very good idea of what it just looks like. Add the population, and so you can add, subtract, whatever. Oh, I messed it up. I had put mine in as 1.26, and you're like, well, 1.26 what? That's so vague. I'm glad you asked, because here, show units, million. 1.26 million people in this city. I love that you can hide and show the units here. So I'm going to show you all something real quick. We're going to build out a links panel. So we're going to go here to the add panels, we're going to add links, and we're going to move this because we don't want it there. We'll move it down here, and I'm actually going to change the size first so we can make it all long and skinny and fit it there. We just built this links panel. We didn't do anything to it, we didn't add any links to it, but Orion's already on here, and that's because it was linked in the old one. So even if you don't have a links panel up on a thing, as soon as you make one, or if you make one somewhere else and it doesn't have one, it'll automatically connect those elements so that you don't have to go through and like manually connect it if you just built it out. So now I can see the links here, and I can click on Orion and it'll take me back to Orion's page because I linked them. So what we're gonna do, we are here with this screen where we can see all of these items. We're gonna add a character, and y'all are gonna help me do Maxis, who is the another main character of Project Orion. So this is what it looks like. This is the base template screen that Campfire gives you whenever you start to create a new character. So we're gonna go through it and kind of move things around, change things up to fit it the way that we want to make it. Let's add a picture here, and I like putting like the main picture of what they look like here. I've tried to find a way, to make this bigger so it can fill up more of this space, but I haven't figured that out yet. So if someone knows, let me know. If there's not a way, then I definitely think that that could be something that could be improved on. I would like to be able to like manually move it around. Same with this column here, so you can move this around, which I really appreciate, but I can't make it any smaller than this. You can add a description here. I always like writing a paragraph of the character and who they are, what that looks like, what their story is. And then over here we've got images. We can select some images. Say I want to have more than one image, but I don't have enough space to put all these images everywhere. You can actually, we're gonna do a few. These are not all related to Maxis, but I want to show this. So I'm clicking a few of these on here. Confirm, and it makes a gallery. And it's really small and weird right now. That was like the old version, and they've now updated it. So you can actually do add image cropping. So someone is driving a very loud motorcycle outside. You can do image cropping, and it'll make it like full screen within it, and it's a little gallery, and you can flip through the pictures and see all these pictures. How cool is that? I love that. And let's move that down a little bit. Well, you're like, okay, it's super great, but it kind of cropped it weird. You can't see the whole thing. You can move it, and it auto crops. It auto like fills to the like aspect ratio of whatever the picture is. So you can make it as big or small as you want. Let's bring it down here. Let's add some attributes for him. Let's do role. Let's do age, birthplace. I want to try some different ones. Let's see. Let's do favorite foods, and well, he doesn't have any magic. I don't have magic in my story, but let's do some of these sliding scale personality traits. Got some physical traits. I want to do that. I love the hair and eye color thing so much. Eye color, I think I skipped hair color. Hair color. And also, you know, they have facial hair color, secondary hair color, body hair color. Like, you can make it all different. You can go so detailed, and I love that. So we've got hair color and eye color. Let's do physical build. We've got allergies, blood type, psychological disorders. Let's do skin tone to get that color that I like. I don't know why I like that so much. And there's even like ethnic groups that you can choose from, which I think is really neat. We've got, let's do familial relationships, because he does have a sister. Let's confirm those, add those to his profile. So role, once again, you can select or you can type. We've got, I don't know if he's a supporting character or a main character, so I'm gonna put both because I can do that. Age, he is 22. And units, like I said, let's put in years, and we can click here and we can hide the units. So it just says age 22, and it's not taking up more room. You know it's 22 years. And then let's do Nuvox, because he was born in Nuvox. Favorite foods, he loves mushrooms and tea. So now we've got these sliders, which are great. So sympathy, he does have a lot of sympathy, definitely more than Orion has. He's not super aggressive. Disobedience, he's not really like big on that. Confidence, I would say maybe medium. And yeah, and once again, you have so many more sliders you can choose from. Eye color, he's got sort of like that honey brown color. So maybe like that. I don't know. Let's do that. That one looks fine. Hair color. His hair is very dark. It is brownish black. It's very, very dark. So let's just put it down here. Alright. And then we've got physical build. He's pretty lean. Skin tone. Let's see. Maybe there? I don't know. And I don't like that the skin tone is down here and it's not with the other color choices. So I'm just gonna move that right up there. So they're all together. So next we've got familial relationships, and it kind of has like all of his, you know, all the relationships. And that's another cool thing you can do in Campfire. There's a whole thing for like, you can make family trees, you can make diagrams and like flow charts and stuff. I'm not going to go into that in this video because I'm still sort of learning that part of it. I thought it was really cool though, so I was like trying so hard. But let's see, he's none of those. He's a son. He's a sibling, oh, I guess brother. He does have a sister in the story. She's also pretty important in the story. So what I'll probably do, because he does have a sister, I could add a links panel and link them together. I can't do it right now because I haven't made her profile yet, but I just love that you can so easily connect those elements, and it doesn't create any more like, there's not like folders and then like documents inside folders and sections and like you gotta like expand on everything. You can just click it and it takes you right to where it is. And let's say I made this character and I really like the template, I really like the way everything is placed, and the attributes that I chose, and I want those same settings for all my other character profiles. I can go down here to templates and I can actually save this as a new template, so every time I create a new character it just uses that template and I don't have to do all that again. You can also change the theme of your home page, well, not just home page, of your Campfire. So there are so many different ones. Let's try steampunk because Project Orion is a steampunk novel. If it'll work. I don't know, my computer does not like OBS at all, but it changes the font and it adds a little background image, and I think it's just really cool. It's a cool way to like immerse yourself more into the story without really like thinking about it. It's just kind of there and you're subconsciously like, this is the story, this is the feel of the story. So I just really like that. I'm gonna put it back to dark though because I just enjoy that. I love themes in like things like this, so I went through and I was like checking out every single theme and finding which one I like the most and everything. Alright friends, that is all I've got for you today. Thank you again to Campfire for sponsoring this video. I've honestly been so excited to try out this software and play around with it and make my characters in this and see them come to life in a way I've never seen them come to life before. As you can see, there's so many other things that I didn't get to go over, but I really wanted to share with you those specific things, like the character profiles, the location profiles, and how you can link things together. I just think it's so cool. I feel like there are so many like just little neat features that you don't normally think of. And I really hope y'all enjoyed this video and learned some new things about how to build your story and also about Campfire. There is a link in the description box below where you can go to Campfire, try it yourself. Let me know what you think. I honestly have been pretty pleasantly surprised by Campfire and just how strong of a platform it is, especially just being free. It's really, really cool, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Let me know down below how you plan your characters. What kind of attributes do you think you would have if you had Campfire? What are those traits that you really look for in building characters? Thank y'all so much for watching. Super, super appreciate it, each and every single one of you. I'm so very grateful, and I'm very grateful once again to Campfire for sponsoring this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.